Hello everyone, welcome to MathLAB programming course. Today we're going to start a very important chapter in our class, and it's going to be about matrices. They're so important that chances are you already work with a wide variety of them through your classes or the projects that you've worked. And in addition to that, they're going to be also very important for MathLAB itself, because the MathLAB name comes from Matrix Laboratory, which further indicates how important and fundamental matrices are to engineering field. So it's necessary for us to equip ourselves with proper tools and knowledge to deal with them in our career. Fortunately, in vector chapter, the previous one, we learned a lot about matrices at the same time, because matrices are the vectors in bigger dimensions, and all those techniques that we learned in vector chapter are going to be applicable here either directly or with a slight modification. So let's start learning matrices. Let me do a short recap on vectors that is going to ease our way into matrices. So we already learned that we define vectors. Vector 1 equals to, let's say, 2, 6, 8, 0, just random numbers, and 1, -1. So I was able to create a vector like that, and if I needed to extract, let's say, the fourth element, what I need to do is just type vector, the name of the vector 1, and the fourth element, I put it inside a parentheses, and this way MATLAB understands that we're interested in 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this was the way that we introduced vectors and extracted the elements. Now we're going to learn how to define matrices. So if I type matrix 1 equals, I open the bracket, and like vectors, I put numbers like 4 and 2 and 7. First, let's create a 2 by 2 matrix. So 4 through, and now I need to tell MATLAB that, okay, this was the first row. I need to go to the second row and complete this next set of information. The way that we do is through putting semicolon. If I put semicolon, as we learned in MATLAB, it means we're telling MATLAB that, okay, it's done, go to the next line. The same thing happens here, but I don't close the bracket to tell MATLAB that that was the end of the information and data. What I need instead is put the second set of data here, and now that I do have a 2 by 2 matrix, I can close the bracket and hit enter. And as you see, we easily created our first matrix in this course. This is going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. Similarly, we can create 3 by 3 matrix. Matrix 2 equals 1, 3, 7. Next line, 4, 8, 1. And now the third line, 9, 5, -2. And close bracket. Now I do have 3 independent set of vectors, 1, 2, and 3. So if I hit enter, if I hit enter, as you see, now we've created a 3 by 3 matrix. We're not, though, limited to creating square matrices, and we can do like that. Matrix 3 equals, now I want to create a 2 by 3 matrix, 2, 5, 8 for the first row, and then 4, -2, and -1 for the second row. And if I hit enter, now you see that it's perfectly fine, and we created 2 rows of 3 columns. And I urge you to go and create larger matrices and explore typing and creating them, because it helps you to deal with many more functions that relates to matrix calculation further in this course. Similar to vector element extraction, now we're going to extract elements out of matrices. So let me clear the screen. I wanted to create matrix number 4 equals, let's create a 4 by 4 matrix. 1, 2, 6, 7, 3. I just randomly put numbers here. 2, and then 9, 6, 1, 0, and the fourth row is going to be like that. Okay, so I created a 4x4 matrix, and now let's say I am interested to extract this one. Well, in vectors, we were able to just tell MATLAB that go to the second one or extract the fourth one, but now we do have two factors or indices to point to a specific element into a matrix. And now if I type matrix open parentheses matrix 4 open parentheses, and let's say we're interested into this 6, so 6 is going to be not first row, not second row, but the third row, and first column, second column. So it's going to be third row and 2, and the second column, so third and 2, because we need two indices to point out to a specific element inside a matrix. And if I hit enter, so MATLAB perfectly knows how to extract that specific information out of a matrix. And always remember that in math on paper, in MATLAB also, we first refer to the rows and second to the columns. The next example, let me extract this one, or maybe this one, number 2. Okay, so if I want to extract that one, it's going to be in the second row and the fourth column. So if I hit enter, I can get this element out of matrix. Let me show you what happens if I put only one index here, one number, like the vectors. You know, we had vectors and we put one element because they were just one set of information. Now if I do that, MATLAB doesn't give me an error. Instead, it returns a number. And if I look at this matrix, I can see that the 1 is the first element. So let me go to 2, matrix for 2. If I hit enter, now it brings -8. Interesting. If I keep doing that, it brings 9. So I understand that by doing this, MATLAB presumes that this is the first one, second, third, fourth, and just give every element a numerical number starting from here and then going to second column and third column. And MATLAB just deals with that like the way that I showed you. It's not very useful or important, but it's good to know that how matrix maps the information and data. Please practice the information that I just showed to you, because then you feel confident typing matrices and do matrix manipulation and other algebraic functions that we're going to learn. See you in next video.